Grunkle Stan here. Just letting you know that Inside of Mind is the greatest channel in all of the YouTubes. So put on your tinfoil hats and subscribe to him already. And if you don't have any tinfoil hats, you can buy them from me at a very reasonable price. Bye!
In the series finale of Gravity Falls, just as fans were preparing to say goodbye to their beloved characters, markings were discovered in the corner of the screen on a bus seat. Using a combination of two ciphers, at Bash and Caesar, this message can be decoded to:
Hidden deep within the woods, a buried treasure awaits. Secrets lost and statues found beyond the rusty gates.
And if viewers were patient enough, the episode ends with a small clip of a statue buried somewhere in the woods. This sparked up a load of theories in attempts to figure out what exactly it all meant.
What about the Bill statue at the end of the episode?
Well, the authenticity of this statue has mostly been confirmed on Reddit. Mike O'Rue made a rather detailed examination, concluding that this was likely a high-quality replica of Bill's cipher, which was filmed from an antique 8mm camera. I believe that at this point, the statue's been there for at least 2 to 3 years.
A lot of people think that this statue is hidden somewhere in the forest in Oregon, or maybe some other forest somewhere in America.
A few months later, the creator Alex Hirsch revealed the second big clue on his Twitter account and began what would later be referred to as the Cipher Hunt. Using the Caesar cipher from his tweets, we received this message.
The urban legend has come true. Cipher's statue's calling you. The secret map is in your hand to trace the clues across the land. Don't forget, it's all for pleasure. The hunt itself is the real treasure. But a prize awaits the first one there. Be safe, be smart, and of course, beware.
There were two other messages hidden in this tweet. The first is a series of numbers that, when translated with the A1Z26 cipher, decodes to pines. This will come into play later, but the second hidden message are these red letters decoding to Russia. Beyond that, these images show a circle around a crescent-shaped building and a crevice hidden next to a pillar. Using all of this, we go to Russia's very own Kazan Cathedral in St. Petersburg, where the second hint was found by the Twitter user Mind of Addict. This is once again decoded using the Caesar cipher.
Finally, the hunt can begin, so switch your rubles out for yin. Turn left once you're at the shrine's door. When you reach the statue, turn left once more. In the leftmost corner in the back is the info that you lack. A sword and crescent mark the clue. Cipher's statue's calling you.
Rubles are a Russian currency, and yen is a Japanese currency, so naturally we were left to go to a shrine in Japan, but with so many shrines, it's a wonder which one they were referring to. This user found out that it was the Kanda Shrine where they worship technology, with another message.
Consider in your quest for truth, the hunter of the fountain of youth. 400 before his name is written, outside the gate is where it's hidden. Find what's lost to pass the test, from a shrine that's east to a shrine that's west.
For this clue, we need a bit of history knowledge. During the 16th century, the Fountain of Youth legend became pretty widespread in connection with a Spanish explorer, Juan Ponce de Leon. The riddle says 400 before his name is written, giving us the first clue. The final line, from a shrine that's east to a shrine that's west, suggests that our next clue was going to be a shrine over in a western country, consequently the United States. In particular, the state of Georgia, which was both a shrine in the form of a Shriner's Temple, as well as an address nearby, 400 Ponce de Leon Avenue. This is where a group were able to find a missing poster for Waddles. While it may be hard to read, the first message was decoded to:
Across from the stones of the spring you'll find some peculiar things. Tied to a root is a lone pink key. Dig to find what awaits thee.
There wasn't a solution for this riddle yet, but we'll get back to it shortly. There was also a phone number on the bottom that reached Grunkle Stan after calling. The audio is reversed, but it features copyrighted X-Files music, so I can't play the full clip, but he did leave us these hints, telling us where the next clue was.
Now, I
I'm no good at these riddles. At that ochre court, you gotta look behind one of the nun pictures.
However, by the time the Cipher Hunt took place, Sister Mary's picture was taken off the wall and put into a glass container. Unfortunately, that meant the hint was no longer available, so if you call Grunkle Stan after Alex realised this problem, we're given a substitute clue.
A man whose first name is his last. A statue honoring his past. Right behind him, by the sign of his park, a golden head shows light in the dark. I don't know what that means. Glad I don't have to go out there and figure this out. Wonder what's on TV.
The next hint was found near a statue of Griffith J. Griffiths in Griffith Park, in Los Angeles. The Twitter account Ramble Wheels discovered a golden Stan head at this location with invisible ink written on some loose pieces of paper. Decoding led to this.
50 plus 50, that's the city. From one angle, it's quite pretty. You'll find a bow tie and one eye. At his head is a rectangle. Stones by stairs atop the top right angle. The stones with the UV swirl can glow. Find the black pouch that's below.
50 plus 50 equals 100, which can be recognized as a century's worth of time. So that leads us to the Century City in Los Angeles, where we can find a peculiar place. When viewed above, you can see the markings of a bow tie, an eye, and a rectangle above what could be perceived as a head. At the top right of the triangle, there's a set of stone stairs that Jason Ritter, voice of Dipper, and Ariel Hirsch, Alex's sister, and other Gravity Falls fans went to in order to find the next clue.
Yay!
I was just sitting across the street. Hi! Oh my god, Periscope! Hello! Hello!
So this is our team so far. And I think I've seen a couple other people who are also on the hunt, but now where do we go? It's a stone that glows. Okay, so this for sure is the top right angle. And there are definitely stairs.
And stones.
And there are definitely stones. Right angle.
Oh! You got it!
Oh my gosh!
Wow, one swirly rock.
Swirl.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
Take it.
Oh, it's a USB. Holy booger.
Wow. Oh, Bill!
Find a USB. So now we need a computer.
It wasn't too long before they found a pouch containing a USB with Bill's cipher drawn on it. One of the users took it home to examine on their computer, which turned out to have an audio file of Grunkle Stan.
Howdy, treasure hunters. Grunkle Stan here to tell you about the next clue. Whoa! Who are you?
It is me, Sister Mary Hilda Miley.
Ow! Zeus, get the vacuum cleaner. Yes, sir, Mr. Pines.
No, my one weakness, a creative solution. I'll be back. You'll never find the treasure.
All right, kids. The next clue is a kind of tricky one. I'm looking for students at the California State Summer School of the Arts. Students, scour the sublevel and watch out for Sister Miley's ghost. Seriously.
This led to the next clue at CSSA in the basement. A student had apparently already discovered it and posted it online. It was a list of coordinates encoded with hexadecimal code. Once decoded, it leads to Piedmont, California. A lot of fans came to the park to try and figure out where this next hint could be found, but after a while, Alex Hirsch decided to give a diagram of what we should have connected to an earlier hint.
Across from the stones of the spring you'll find some peculiar things. Tied to a root is a lone pink key. Dig to find what awaits thee.
By going across the stones and springs, there was a tree root with a pink key tied to it. Digging under it, fans were able to find a chest with a cryptex lock behind a 5-letter keyword. Once again, this connects to an earlier part of the puzzle. The word pines, which can be found in the very first part of the puzzle, was used to open the cryptex, revealing the 7th clue and another key.
LA has the clue you want. 1825 North Vermont, 2728 South, the box for thee. Don't be puzzled, use the key.
This led to a P.O. box that was closed for the night, so fans had to wait till morning before they could open it.
Or should we just do this tomorrow?
I was worried that was going to happen if that accident clear up didn't work. Okay, so I guess you guys figured out where the box is? Oh, it's a big one.
Right there. All right, back up, guys.
Back up. Okay. Back up if you don't have a camera.
Okay. Okay. What the? Oh, look at it's a code. Okay.
Can we reel back up a little bit? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, I guess we are going to that pie place. We are going to figure this out when I get home immediately.
Can I come with you?
Can we all meet there and help each other?
I don't think they should work on this together.
I don't think there's enough room in my house.
Pie
You have a garage.
I don't think they would let us arrange a full puzzle in the pie house.
We can always ask.
Okay, we'll get the bag that mail too.
Take the mail. Take the mail.
Yeah, just take it all, I guess.
Wait, guys, the junk mail is probably the clue. The puzzle's just extra.
Knowing Hirsch. Or wait, where's Jason Ritter? Let him come and see this.
Oh yeah.
Where's Jason?
Jason, come on.
Jason.
You don't know it.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
What are your thoughts on this?
Is it just yellow and? Oh no, okay. There's some lines. There's some lines on it.
Guys, let's go outside. We're crowded.
Oh yeah, let's go outside so we can start to.
Fans gathered outside the post office awaiting the arrival of the person with the key. Once arrived, they opened the mailbox to reveal a bag with jigsaw puzzle pieces, a letter from Bill Cipher that decodes to "Hope you like puzzles," an envelope, and a Bed, Bath and Beyond catalogue. Inside the envelope was 37 stambucks with Philbrick written with invisible ink on the back of them. 3 days passed, and the puzzle was still being put together. Some fans struggled to sleep during this time, and it seemed overall fans had hit a real dead end. That is until Alex Hirsch posted out a picture of what the jigsaw was supposed to look like. The letters on this picture could be decoded to, "This is where the clue will appear." While everyone was busy trying to solve Alex's agonizing puzzle, a virtual puzzle was made and subsequently solved by the fans working together online. The end result was a hint saying, "Corner of N.E. Tillamook, N.E. Rodney." The word corner is seen below a gnome, and with this knowledge, a fan came across it by complete accident. The gnome was sitting near the corner of Rodney and Tillamook Street in Portland, Oregon, with a Viewmaster slide and a ripped-up piece of brown paper reading,
To the redwoods now you must race. If you're confused, it's the right place. The gift shop is not too far. The password to buy the eyeball jar.
Alex Hirsch and the Gravity Falls team had once visited the tourist trap, Confusion Hill, where a gift shop could be found with a jar of eyeballs. In order to buy it, you needed to utter the secret word Philbrick after doing so. Another puzzle was found written on the bottom.
Where's my grunkle gone? To Stanley Street in Oregon. A telephone pole is where he's at. Why'd he have to bolt like that?
This led to one of the many Stanley Streets in Oregon, where a geocache bolt was found, and then lost, and then found again to reveal a narrow slip of paper with, you guessed it, another riddle.
Roger Toff knows the place, behind a sign buried at the base, near Pa's Laundry on the hill. Here lies the bones of a man named Bill.
In 1971, a man by the name of Roger Toft opened the Enchanted Forest amusement park. Near Pa's Laundry, a family was able to find nothing, because a fan had already taken it and was working on getting the pictures up. On one side is an encoded message that could be decoded to,
Return to where it all began. The final clue's in your hand. The parchment can be such a tease. The answer's written in the trees.
You can also flip the paper over to reveal that it's part of the first hint, just ripped off with a treasure map.
I hope you finish it, because here's the reward. I'm preparing it everywhere. So my time limit is tonight before I...
Oh my god.
After several days of trying to put the jigsaw together, fans finally finished it on day 13. Once they had finished, Alex Hirsch released the unaired pilot of Gravity Falls, and then made his way down to visit fans who took part in completing the puzzle.
You still have the final piece? It's the final countdown. Do you have the last one? Yes! Yes! 3. Oh my god! This is the last one! Oh my god! I'm shaking. Yeah! This is too Oh my god!
I'm in the stream. What's
Oh
up,
my
guys?
god! Oh my god!
How about a round
My
of
heart's beating
applause
so much
for
right now!
everyone here
Yes!
for completing the world's
Oh my god!
most miserable puzzle.
Oh my god!
Who are you insane people? Why did you do this with your evening?
Cause we...
So we can go to sleep. Thanks to these brave, insane people, I will be posting the Gravity Falls unaired pilot on the internet.
Yes!
Very soon. I never thought I was gonna do it, but you guys have earned it. It's weird. You might not care for it, but you earned it.
Yeah! Okay, here's true fact. Thursday night, this thing was at my house overnight, and we started at 6 p.m., and the last 2 people left at 8 p.m. on Friday. So the longest we ran with everybody, someone working on it, was 26 hours.
So this has just been following you like the act.
Or we're gonna ask if they would like to frame it, and we want to put it in a public spot so that fans can come and enjoy it. I want to get a frame somewhere
Or I
here.
can just light it on fire right now. How many pieces are missing?
Two.
One.
Just two.
That was way
more than we expected, though.
See, and with the yellow highlighting. There we go. See, here's a piece. Oh my gosh, wow. It's
the same.
It's identical. We did it, guys.
We did it!
On day 14, Alex revealed the final clue to the Cipher Hunt on his Twitter.
An urban legend arcade game gives the method's correct name. Mathematically, the letters hide in branches and dots, no matter the side.
This is by far the hardest puzzle to explain. The first part is easy. There is an urban legend arcade game by the name of Polybius. This name can also be applied to a type of encoding square dubbed a Polybius cipher. But in order to use that, we first need a message in the form of numbers. This is where the riddle from earlier comes into play. Return to where it all began. In the first ever image behind Bill's statue are a bunch of trees with branches, knots, and needles. Using these 3 pieces as a base, we can assign a number value to each of these elements. An upper branch with needles means 1, a downwards branch with needles means 2, an upwards branch without needles means 3, a downwards branch without needles means 4, and a knot means 5. Read from top to bottom, and then from left to right, and a set of numbers appears. From there, we go to the Polybius square, starting with the number on the left side and moving over to the corresponding number on the top. We are able to get a letter for each of these spaces, decode the entire message, and we are left with Reedsport. This led to Resport, Oregon. Then, using the edge of the rip as a map, the location was further narrowed down.
We found out where the statue is. We're heading out right now.
We are 3 miles from where we have to stop and get out of our car.
Fans travelled up to this location while live streaming their adventure, which led to finally discovering the Bill Cipher statue.
Oh! There it is! There it is! Oh my god! Oh my god, I found it! I'm gonna sit here with Bill. I'm just gonna hang out until you guys start getting here. I can't believe I found it! Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I don't want to. Oh, he's all broken and stuff. Oh!
Look at that, he's holding more money. There's a Q-tip in here, Bill. You got some explaining to do.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Can someone shine a flashlight over at Bill?
Oh, what is this?
There he is.
Oh, another little mini treasure. Oh, we got another, a USB and a flashlight.
Oh, we need that for the way back.
But we do have another USB.
Uh-oh.
Is it a music?
It's a music box.
Oh my god.
What's the map? It's another.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It looks like it's.
Oh, check the flashlight. Check the flashlight. It might be
It is a.
There's another something.
Congratulations on finding the Bill Cipher statue, Bill's final resting place. Whosoever finds this treasure is hereby the new mayor of Gravity Falls, so use your title well.
Next to the statue was a buried chest with several items inside with fake jewels and coins, including a fake gold crown, a red silk sash from Mayor of Gravity Falls, a music box that played the theme song, a blacklight flashlight, and a letter from Alex Hirsch congratulating the fans for discovering the statue. There was also a USB with 3 files found on it. A text file simply titled Hi, which, by opening the file, you'll find a link to a Twitter account of the guy who first found the Bill Cipher statue from a month ago. Another text file titled My Ex-Wife Still Misses Me, but Her Aim Is Getting Better, was also found with the words Return Back to the Past Again 3 found inside. The final file was an audio clip from Grunkle Stan, also congratulating fans on finding the statue.
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Oh, my esophagus. Hey guys, congratulations on finding my the mysterious treasure of the statue in the forest.
Endings are really difficult. Humans in general, we don't like endings. We don't want to believe that we're going to have an ending. We don't like it when a movie ends or a book ends or our favorite show ends. For that reason, writing a finale is nearly impossible. Writing a premiere is the hardest thing you'll ever do because you're trying to convince people to fall in love with you. Writing a finale is the second hardest because now that they love you, you're trying to convince them that it's okay that you're breaking up with them. And it just sort of, I woke up one morning like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to commission a statue of Bill Cipher. I'm going to go out into Oregon. I'm going to film that statue. I'm going to hide a clip of that film inside the episode. I'm going to throw an international treasure hunt where I go to Russia and I go to Japan and I go to all these other places. I'm going to hide clues. It's going to be like National Treasure and the entire internet's going to work together and they're going to find this thing. It was just like immediately like, that's what I have to do. Like some things I labor over, this I didn't. It was obvious to me. That's the big ending.
On August 3rd, the statue was removed by authorities after a property dispute between Alex Hirsch and the property owners. Apparently, the owners authorized Alex to use their grounds for this hunt, but a second individual claimed to also own part of the land and raised concerns over this decision. He was then moved to Bicentennial Park in Reedsport, Oregon, before being relocated to Confusion Hill a few weeks later. This is where the statue still is to this day. This is now Bill's final resting place, hung there as a reminder of what took place during the summer of 2016.